Now in Good Morning Northwest, police think this is the man who shot into a house and killed a 13-year-old boy in Hilliard. What we know about Glenn Berkey and the search for him.
It's going to be another sunny, cool day, but we do have a weather alert day to talk about. That's going to be Friday for the Friday morning commute. What we're going to be seeing and how much coming up.
Billions of dollars in federal aid frozen, from things like school lunches to health care. What does the freeze mean for programs you or your loved ones may rely on? You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Wednesday, January 29th. We're halfway through the week here. Let's start things off with Mark Peterson and look at our first alert forecast. Mark, it felt, I mean, I know it's been cold all week, but it felt aggressively cold this morning for some reason.
I like that. It's been cold, but now I'm going to be a little more aggressive about it. Mother Nature's been passive-aggressive lately. 11 degrees now in Coeur d'Alene. You're warming up. 17 into the West Plains officially. That's our airport temperature, but we're into the teens downtown as well. Here's a look at the 4 things you need to know. Weather alert for Friday. Yes, we're talking about Friday today. We want you to get ready because we just haven't seen a lot of snow this season, and we're going to see that snow in the morning commute changing over to rain. The mountain snow is going to be heavy. Great news for the skiers and snowboarders, but it's going to mean some heavy travel conditions there. Colder with flurries next week, and next week will be freezing again. 10 degrees in Deer Park, 19 into this valley. International Airport, again, 17. That's our official temperature. We do not have a lot in our sky right now. We got some cloud cover coming into Montana. Thursday, tomorrow will be our day to see increased cloud cover. Today it's going to be sunny. Winds are going to be light with that air stagnation advisory continues today and tomorrow because we just don't have a lot of wind, nothing moving around. Friday, that'll all change. 36 will be our high today.
Well, this morning, a community on edge as police search for a man they say killed a teenage boy in a drive-by shooting.
Yeah, we want you to take a look at your screen right now. This is 25-year-old Glenn Berkey. Investigators believe he's the one who shot and killed Peppersack Middle School student over the weekend. He is considered armed and dangerous. We have learned police were searching for Berkey during Monday night standoff in Northeast Spokane near Sanson and Perry. Berkey is accused of killing 13-year-old Gavin Looper, who was playing video games at a family friend's house when a gunshot came through the back door, hitting him in the head. Now, take another look at Glenn Berkey's picture. If you see him or have any information on where he is, you are asked to call 911.
This morning, there are major questions surrounding the Trump administration's order to freeze billions of dollars in federal aid.
And that includes whether this could affect school lunches, Head Start programs, or even Meals on Wheels for seniors. Hannah Joy is at the Breaking Now desk. Hannah, how are organizations around the country responding to this news?
Robin, many organizations are asking for clarification. Some people say this order has caused the most chaotic day for the U.S. government since the president returned. But there is some relief. This morning, a federal judge has temporarily blocked Trump's order to pause federal funding. The judge saying in part, it seems like the federal government doesn't know the programs that are going to be subject to the pause. Every day, federal grants and loans impact the lives of Americans. From education to health care, Americans rely on billions of dollars from the government to function. In response, the White House said it needed to make sure programs don't run counter to President Trump's agenda.
It means no more funding for illegal DEI programs. It means no more funding for transgenderism and wokeness across our federal bureaucracy and agencies.
As of now, 22 states are suing the Trump administration over the funding freeze. The White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller said the freeze is temporary and any Americans who receive benefits will not be impacted.
The American people voted for dramatic change implemented by Donald Trump.
Recently, the Trump administration offered financial incentives for federal workers to quit. This will give the president time to remake the federal government. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office is looking for a man who robbed a Walgreens in North Spokane on Monday morning. Investigators say the man on your screen here pointed a gun at an employee and demanded drugs. He's believed to be in his 50s or 60s. The man then drove away in this blue pickup truck. If you have any information about this case, you're asked to call Crime Check. That number is on your screen here. It's 509-456-2233.
An inmate in the Pend Oreille County Jail died and another was sent to the hospital, possibly because of overdoses. Newport police say Monday, one inmate had to be airlifted to a Spokane hospital around 1 o'clock. A few hours later, they found another inmate collapsed in the jail. The 33-year-old woman died at the scene. Her cause of death will be determined later. Police say they arrested 32-year-old Natalie Lemery of Spokane for bringing a controlled substance into the jail and for controlled substance homicide.
The city has awarded more than $1 million to 3 organizations in Spokane that help keep families from being evicted. SNAP, Catholic Charities, and Transitions all have programs that give both single people and families money to pay for past due rent. Now, some of these organizations also help facilitate conversations between a tenant and a landlord and come up with a plan to help pay for rent in the future.
So they have to currently owe their rent or have an eviction notice, and then they have to be at 80% area median income, and then those 2 qualifications, and they can apply for the program.
SNAP's eviction prevention program helps single people and couples without children. Meanwhile, Catholic Charities and Transitions help families. You can find information on how to apply for any of these programs. It's all up on our website, KXLY.com.
The city of Spokane says 3 more homeless shelters are now open to help get people off the streets. The city announced the openings yesterday, but this morning, driving around downtown, you might not even notice there are too many fewer people on the streets. That's because those sites are targeted specifically for certain types of people. Compassion Addiction Treatment, now located on 3rd Avenue near the east end of town, will be able to handle 20 to 30 people who are struggling with addiction. Family Promise will operate the other 2 sites, the mayor announced yesterday. They now have 15 beds available for families.
We are working towards a model that is more personalized and focused on specific populations and their challenges.
The only way for homeless individuals to access these city-funded shelters is by heading to the Cannon Street Housing Navigation Center in Browns Addition. From there, they'll be directed to the facility that best fits their situation. Good morning, Northwest Times, approaching 7 minutes after 6 o'clock.
Checking back in with Mark Peterson and taking a look at the rest of our week here as far as precipitation goes.
When we build graphics, to show you things, a lot of times in the summer it's rain, in the winter it's snow. Well, now we're talking about rain, snow, and that's going to be Friday. We're going to start with snow and go to rain. It's a 100% chance. And then over the weekend, we see it taper down to about 40% by Sunday. We'll have a complete look at the forecast coming up.
It may not be construction season, but people living in Coeur d'Alene are having to deal with some slowdowns. We'll tell you what's happening and how it will impact your commute coming up.
And home from the SoCal fire lines. Just ahead, you'll hear what local firefighters experienced battling the LA wildfires.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Coeur d'Alene Casino, winning is just the beginning.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Station 51, we have an emergency. Paramedics Johnny Gage and Roy DeSoto, please report to MeTV immediately.
All right, we'll be there in a second.
Emergency.
Watch weekdays on MeTV 4.2.
I've been in the sporting goods business all my life, and what my customers tell me is they want American, made in the U.S. They want tough, rugged, and durable. They want freedom, and freedom to go where they want and to get back safely.
America's low boats, powered by Mercury Outboards, along with Elephant Boys Boating Store, can give you that freedom. At Elephant Boys Boating Store with Mercury Outboards, we have what you want.
New year, new ride?
Yeah, we've been helping people find theirs since 1983.
Exceeding expectations is what we do here. Come see us at George Gee Kia, Spokane.
Make your ride the new 2025 Kia Sportage LX all-wheel drive, starting at just $299 a month.
Choose George Gee Kia Spokane for your new ride.
Come see us off I-90 in Liberty Lake or shop SpokaneKia.com.
dog from Yolks Fresh Market. What are dogs called in the winter? Chili dogs.
It is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The White House press secretary is shedding light on the drone sightings that sparked panic in New Jersey last month.
Caroline Leavitt says that those drones were all authorized by the Federal Aviation Administration and, quote, not the enemy. Drone sightings were reported in at least 6 eastern states, while arrests have been made for unauthorized drone operation in both Massachusetts and California. In response to the public concern, the FAA put out dozens of drone bans in place over critical infrastructure. Those have since expired.
People in Gaza continue to make the journey home today, many seeking shelter among the rubble and searching for relatives lost in the chaotic return march. Gazan authorities said that by late Monday, more than 300,000 people had crossed into Gaza City. That's more than half of those displaced in 15-month-long conflict.
In India, 14 people died in a massive crowd crush at a religious festival today. Tens of millions of devotees went to bathe in a river on one of the most sacred days of a Hindu festival. Local officials say a barrier broke near the river as throngs of people walked towards the riverbanks. 20 others are being treated for minor injuries.
And investigations underway in South Korea to determine what caused a fire that engulfed an Air Busan Airbus yesterday. The plane caught fire while preparing for departure. Fortunately, all 169 passengers and 7 crew members evacuated the plane, with just a few suffering minor injuries. It comes just a month after the country's deadliest air disaster when a Jeju Air plane, a jet rather, arrived from Bangkok, made an emergency belly landing, killing all but 2 of the 181 people on board.
12 minutes past 6 o'clock on this Wednesday. You're sunny and cold again in our 10-second takeaway. So, yeah, the winter layers needed. Shades, yeah, the sun's going to be out. We will warm up to 36 degrees.
Well, some North Idaho firefighters are back with their families this morning after weeks of battling the Southern California wildfires.
The Palisades fire is 95% contained. The Eaton fire nearly 100% contained. It took teamwork from crews around the country to get to that point. And this crew of 4 that we're telling you about did everything from mopping up hot spots to helping people clean up debris from their yards. One of the biggest ways they helped was by providing some much-needed rest for California's firefighters. The Northern Lakes crew worked in 24-hour shifts. Captain Eric Sorensen says no matter where they were or what they were doing, they felt the appreciation and love from L.A.
Just everybody on the freeways and just waving and honking and thank you so much, and people want to buy you coffees, and so that experience was eye-opening and on its own.
And he says the destruction caused by these fires was unlike anything they've ever battled. He says he is positive that LA firefighters would be here for us in the same way that we stepped up for them.
That's so awesome. Glad they made it back safe and sound.
Welcome home. It's now 6:13.
Well, it seems that every other day there's news about the positive impacts of the diabetes and weight loss drug Ozempic. And this morning, there's more. We have a story coming up a little later here on Good Morning Northwest.
And it may be winter, but this year it's also construction season in Coeur d'Alene. The multi-million-dollar construction project you need to know about coming up.
General Mustard's Chicken. Ask for it by name. Exclusively at Mustard Seed, Northtown Mall.
Your home is more than a place, it's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
Man, I can take real good care of you. See? Works perfectly for you, right?
At Craig Swap & Associates, we don't get paid until you win.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
Alice's birthday is coming up, we're in this comfy room in Triple Play Hotel so we can make plans without her hearing.
So we need a huge cake, a giant salad, and a good-sized mariachi band. Hold on a second. Does it seem a little dark in here for 2 p.m.?
Sorry, guys. Where I'm from, they didn't do birthdays. It's very exciting.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, a ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Save now at the 2025 Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports Boat Show, January 30th to February 9th. It's a boat show you don't want to miss. You owe it to yourself to see us before you buy. 2025 boats in stock, always the best for less. Like this Tri-Tune 150 horse with trailer. Come and see our indoor showroom, located at 1220 Government Way, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And visit our pro shop for all your boating needs. Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports, your pontoon superstore.
Did you know that Washington's Working Families Tax Credit could put up to $1,200 back in your pocket? If you're part of a low to moderate income household, you could be eligible for a refund designed to help you cover essentials like groceries, gas, or bills. The best part? Applying is free and easy. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov to see if you qualify. Don't miss out. Apply now and make sure you get the refund you deserve. That's workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Toss out the mess. Toss in the power sheet. Toss out pricey. Now toss like a boss. Arm & Hammer Power Sheets clean 3 times more small loads than premium tile detergent at the same price.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:17. Normally we don't see construction during the winter, but the city of Coeur d'Alene is taking advantage of this mild weather.
Yeah, crews are working on a major traffic signal upgrade on the Government Way corridor. Allison Martinez is live there to let you know what you can expect driving around town.
Good morning. Right now I'm here at Canfield Avenue and Government Way, which is the stretch that crews are working on right now, as you can see behind me. Now, this project wasn't supposed to start until March, but as we all know, we've been having a pretty mild winter, so crews thought they'd get a head start on it now and get ahead of all of that tourism traffic that comes in the spring and summer. Now, this project takes place here on the Government Way corridor from Harrison Avenue to Prairie Avenue, and so far crews have worked on Phase 1 on Wilbur and Canfield and Government Way. And next week, crews will work on Hanley Avenue. So why is this project happening? This project includes upgrading all traffic signals, bringing pedestrian ramps into ADA compliance, and providing coordination between signals to make traffic time smoother and quicker. What can you expect? You can expect signals to go offline at times, and you may also find that there are no left turns or crossing traffic at specific impacted intersections. Keep in mind that one intersection will be under construction at a time, and all of the work that is being done here is entirely weather dependent. So later in the week, say Friday, for example, if the roads are icy or plows need to come through, then construction will take a pause and then will resume when the weather gets better. Now, this project is expected to wrap up in August of this year. Reporting live in Coeur d'Alene, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Allison, thanks for the update.
Yeah, be chilly out there working
Oh, I
for
know.
all those folks who are out there doing that work. First of all, cool that they can get it started.
But cold.
But cold, yeah.
Just as they get started, they may have to hit pause on Friday. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about Friday. I know it's Wednesday. But we have snow due in. It's been since January 10th. So, 19 days. The snow does return. We have a weather alert day for Friday. We want you to be prepared for it. Valley and mountains. The mountains are going to get a ton. We're going to see 1 to 2 inches for the Friday morning commute, which it's been a while, so we need to put it into the forefront of your cerebral cortex there. 10 currently in Deer Park. We've got 17 into Spokane International Airport. Post Falls, you're at 15 degrees. Just everybody is cold. There is no doubt about that. The forecast day, hour by hour. Plenty of sunshine today. We've seen the mist and light fog in around some of the waterways. We'll have temperatures warming into the 20s earlier than we've seen this week. By 11, it's 27 degrees. Then at noon, we hit 30. We'll be into the mid-30s for the afternoon, which isn't too shabby, but it's the overnights that have been so cold. It just keeps that crispness all the way through the day. as the sun sets, of course, temperatures fall off. Now, we've had high pressure dominating the scene in the Pacific Northwest for over a week. It's finally going to move south into California, allowing these lows to move in, and going to be somewhat of a 1-2 punch. But we're going to see Friday and into Saturday. Friday will be the wettest day, starting as snow, changing over to rain. Saturday and Sunday, it'll be scattered showers. So today it's going to be clear. Things look pretty good. Tomorrow, the clouds move in, and they're going to be with us throughout the day. Then we start to see the Cascades get hammered. We do have rain coming into the Central Basin. By the time it gets to us, we'll see snow. It'll turn back to snow Friday night. Saturday, we'll have scattered showers. So we're going to be in a mix of scattered showers all the way through the beginning of next week. We're into the mid-30s today, 43 into Lewiston. We warm to 38 tomorrow, some cloud cover. Again, that weather alert day for Friday due to the morning snow, warming to 39 and rain. And then we'll have scattered showers Saturday, Sunday. We begin to cool Monday, 29, Tuesday, 25. How about temperatures in the teens for the daytime highs?
No, thanks.
The end of next week.
I'm okay.
We're in agreement.
Okay, I'll do what I can.
Yeah, put in a good word, will you?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 out of 2 thumbs down for that.
Yeah, thanks, Mark.
It is now 6:21.
Even Superman has his kryptonite, and in the case of the Gonzaga Bulldogs, their kryptonite has been the Oregon State Beavers, with the Beavers leading the all-time series 26-2. But did the Zags have what it takes to break the Beavs? We'll have highlights from last night's matchup at the Kennel. That's next in Morning Sports.
Thank you for waking up with us right here on Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Happy Wednesday. See you in a bit.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Multiple boat dealerships all in one place. Shop and compare, all in one place. One place that's heated and family friendly. Come see us at the Spokane Boat Show.
My name is Stephen, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I had a large tumor in my left lung in November of 2018. We went through in 2020 doing a lot of end-of-life planning. Summit was very aggressive in my treatment of diagnosis. Since then, with my recovery, we're doing a lot of life events. I love the people there. I would recommend Summit Cancer Center. My wife calls it a miracle.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters. And every path leads to new possibilities. Get $5,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners and lessees get an additional $1,000 cash allowance when you purchase. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Dealing with the insurance company after a car wreck can be an intense game.
A game of offense versus defense.
I'm attorney Matt Russell.
And I'm attorney Jim Hill.
We know that winning against the insurance company can be tough.
And they'll do anything to keep you from getting the compensation you're entitled to.
But we know the playbook to beating them.
And we love scoring big for you, so you can get all the money you deserve.
So don't be on the losing side.
Call Russell and Hill.
We have the playbook to win.
Planning a trip to 49 degrees north? Make Mistaqua Casino Hotel your home base for an unforgettable ski, stay, and play experience. Store your gear securely in our convenient ski lockers. And after a day on the slopes, relax in our indoor swimming pool, hot tub, or unwind in one of our comfortable, beautiful new hotel rooms. Mistaqua Casino Hotel is located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Visit Mistaqua.com for more details.
It's bigger and better. The original annual Spokane Boat Show is 4 days with major dealers from the region. Family friendly and free parking at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
It's been Beavs over Zags for 92 years now. Oregon State having Gonzaga's number over and over and over again, all counting up to a 26-2 all-time record. But last night saw the Beavers welcomed into the McCarthy Athletic Center for the first time ever, and OSU's first trip to Spokane since 1990. They're seeking the season sweep after an overtime upset 2 weeks ago in Corvallis. Zags really need a strong win after a blowout W at Portland earlier this weekend, and they have a chance in a packed Kennel student section showing out as always. Graham Ike, phenomenal in the opening minute. Spin move 2-on-1. It does not matter. He gets it anyway, plus the foul, and he ain't done yet. He had 13 of the Zags' first 17-point scores. This dunk, perhaps the best couple of them. Amazing start for the Zags. And later in the half, it's Caleb Battle, Braden Huff off the bench. Huff can't finish, gets the board, goes up again, and he's got it. Huff looking under basket again. He can't get it to go, but watch out. Michael Ajayi, a circus shot falls. Incredible. The Kent native can feel it. And Battle, he's saying he's got something to prove in this game, too. Here's a three to get his game going. He finished with a team-high 23 points. Zags cruising this one. They take it 98-60. Their 7th conference win. This marks consecutive 30-plus point win for the Zags, their 7th of the season by that margin. And a crazy fact about this game, the Oregon State team bus broke down at the hotel, so the Beavs had to get a bunch of Ubers to get them to the Kennel. So a crazy night for them. Pretty tough finish. And that's all for morning sports. Catch us at 6 and Nightside for more sports action all around our area.
You know, I'm sure that felt good for the Zags to win that game after they got a little upset a couple weeks ago.
And maybe the Beavs were like, maybe the Ubers should have gotten us lost. Maybe they should have just headed back to
Corvallis. Yeah. Well, kids are falling further behind on their test scores.
And more kids aren't even showing up for school. The National Assessment of Education Progress shows 4th and 8th grade students are faring even worse in math and reading than in recent years. Compared to 2019, average reading scores are down 5 points. In math, 4th graders are down 3%. 8th graders sliding 8%. The score declines appear to be driven by lower performing students falling farther behind, while top performing students are showing some recovery since the pandemic. The message to parents: get involved.
Trust your gut, ask for more information, and if you need to seek outside help, do it immediately.
As for attendance, 12% of 8th graders reported missing at least 5 days of school a month. Wow. That'll really impact you. Show up. It's now 6:27.
Well, today, President Trump's controversial pick for health secretary will take questions from Congress. Why some people say Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is not fit for this role, including his own family.
Plus, the presence of ICE agents in Washington cities are making people feel uneasy. The interactions caught on camera in Yakima. Next.
For people who feel limited by the unpredictability of generalized myasthenia gravis, season to season, Ultomiris is continuous symptom control with improvement in activities of daily living and reduced muscle weakness. And Ultomiris is the only long-acting GMG treatment with the freedom of just 6 to 7 infusions per year for a predictable routine I can count on.
Ultomiris may lower your immune system's ability to fight infections, increasing your chance of serious meningococcal and other infections, which may become life-threatening or fatal. Complete or update meningococcal vaccines at least 2 weeks before you start. If treatment is urgent and you're not vaccinated, you should receive antibiotics with your vaccines. Don't start if you have a meningococcal infection. Infusion reactions may include back, belly, limb, or chest pain, muscle spasms, blood pressure changes, tiredness, shaking chills, bad taste, breathing problems, or face, tongue, or throat swelling. Ultomiris is continuous symptom control. Ask your neurologist about starting Ultomiris.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
When it matters most, America turns to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight.
When bad allergies attack, trust Claritin to keep you in the game. Nothing is proven more powerful for continuous non-drowsy allergy relief. Live Claritin Clear.
New year, new ride?
Yep, we've been helping people find theirs since 1983.
Exceeding expectations is what we do here. Come see us at George Gee Kia, Spokane.
Make your new ride the 2025 Kia Sorento EX Hybrid all-wheel drive, starting at just $325 a month.
Choose George Gee Kia, Spokane for your new ride.
Come see us off I-90 in Liberty Lakes or shop SpokaneKia.com.
A Sleep Number smart bed is perfect for couples. The Climate 360 smart bed is the only bed that cools and warms on each side. And all our smart beds adjust the firmness for each of you. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Shop a Sleep Number store near you.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Thanks for starting your half hour with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Wednesday, January 29th, and it's a cold one once again. Let's check in with Mark in your first alert forecast.
All right, sitting at 11 degrees into Coeur d'Alene. We're a touch warmer at 17 degrees, clear skies. Things are looking pretty good, but we've gotten used to the cold weather. Now we're going to have some wet weather coming in. We do have a weather alert for Friday because we're going to see snow that will be turning to rain into the valleys. Heavy mountain snow is expected, and then colder with some flurries to start off next week. So a little winter blast is coming our way. Currently, we have 10 in Deer Park, 14 into 9 Mile, crossing over into Idaho, 15 into Post Falls. Hayden, you're at 11 degrees. So yeah, cold. No doubt about it. Radar, clear. We've got a little bit of cloud cover into Montana and parts of North Idaho, but that's about it. High thin clouds possible today, but not expected to be hanging around long. We do have sunshine expected. This inversion continues, so your air quality is sitting at moderate, expecting to stay there through tomorrow with an air stagnation advisory that's still in effect through Friday morning. Then we're going to see the big change. For today, it's going to be more of the same. Sunshine, cold starts, and then a mild finish with a high of 36 degrees.
This morning, President Trump's nominee for Health Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., is expected to face a grilling at his first confirmation hearing.
But ahead of this hearing, another member of his family is speaking out against him. Hannah Joy is at the Breaking Now desk. And Hannah, what does this new family member have to say?
Natalie, on social media, author and former U.S. Ambassador Caroline Kennedy said that she wants the Senate to reject her cousin's nomination. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. does not have a background in medicine. During the pandemic, he is known for calling COVID vaccines a crime against humanity. But today, he's set to tell the Senate committee that he is not anti-vaccines. Those claims could face backlash. This comes after Kennedy's niece, Carrie Kennedy Mesler, who is a doctor, shared emails from her uncle last night. Just to be clear, these emails were during the pandemic. In the emails, Kennedy made claims that the vaccine had a 100% injury rate, and it also increased mortality rates. Then just hours before those emails came out, Kennedy's cousin Caroline called him a predator.
Bobby preys on the desperation of parents of sick children, vaccinating his own kids while building a following, hypocritically discouraging other parents from vaccinating theirs.
Caroline claims her cousin encouraged others into substance abuse. She also made this claim. Take a listen.
He enjoyed showing off how he put baby chickens and mice in a blender to feed to his hawks.
Already, 3 Republican senators have already expressed hesitation in voting for Kennedy. In order to be confirmed, he cannot lose any more votes. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. Well, this morning we're learning about a shooting at a home in North Spokane on Friday. The Spokane Independent Investigative Response Team says Officer Marvin Cunningham shot 52-year-old John Primo because he was threatening to attack his ex-girlfriend with a hammer. The report says officers rushed into the victim's home once they heard screaming, and that's where they found Primo, the woman, and children. The report says when Primo charged towards the woman and children, one officer fired his gun, hitting the man. On Friday, Police Chief Kevin Hall said the woman was also hit in the leg by the officer's gunfire. Primo now faces multiple charges, including kidnapping and assault.
Around the Northwest this morning, encounters with ICE agents caught on camera have the community of Sunnyside in Yakima County concerned.
One couple say they noticed agents following them after taking their son to go get some food.
You know, what does ICE want with me or us? We're citizens up here, you know?
I had a feeling they were following us, and it turned out to be correct. And I just started crying. I was really scared.
Now, during their interaction with ICE agents, they told them he stopped them because Eric Molina, who you just heard from there, matched the description of someone they were looking for.
After the fact, I just thought, well, yeah, I fit the description of being of Latin ethnicity, which a lot of people in the lower valley fit. Quite easy to mistake.
The city held a public meeting Monday to address concerns people have about ICE agents being in the area. The city says it can't stop ICE from conducting operations.
The FDA approved the drug Ozempic to be used now to reduce the risk of worsening kidney disease and heart-related deaths for adults who have type 2 diabetes. Chronic kidney disease is a very common complication for people living with type 2 diabetes, and kidney failure is one of the leading causes of death worldwide. The clinical trial found that with the medication used once a week, it reduced the risk of kidney disease progressing by 24% for those patients. It also reduced the risk of kidney failure and cut the risk of heart disease death by about 5%. The scientists behind the research indicate that this is a positive sign for people with these diseases. Your morning cup of joe is more expensive than ever. Coffee prices hitting a new high this week as futures contracts for Latin America's Arabica coffee jumped nearly 2% since Friday. The increase came in response to President Donald Trump's promise to impose a 25% tariff on Colombia. The White House later paused that decision. Colombia is the third largest coffee producing country in the world. According to the World Bank, Arabica coffee had already increased by 13% in December. Bad weather has been a limiting factor for coffee production in regions like Brazil and Colombia since 2011.
It's a bummer.
Now I really want a cup of coffee.
I know.
And then I don't want to pay for it, though.
I know.
Gosh, dang
Bummer.
it. It's now 6:36.
Checking back in with Mark Peterson here. Probably a nice warm cup of coffee will be helpful this week.
Yeah, hot coffee, hot cocoa, whatever it is to warm the soul. And then we're going to see winter. We have a weather alert day for Friday. We're going to be talking about that and what we can see after it coming up.
Mass deportations across the country have Spokane's immigrant and refugees communities scared. Now they're asking the city council to help protect them by reinforcing the Keep Washington Working Act. What the act says when we come back.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
It's the new year, and we're ringing in the savings, like up to $15,520 off or 0% APR on a new Sierra 1500 Denali. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
What are you up to, Alice?
Well, the nice mechanic asked me to check the pulleys.
Wow, I just realized you can see things we can't. I've always wondered what's in those small windows.
It's marketing.
So that's where they hide out.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, a ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
What does dino casting call mean?
That seems bad.
I'll get my resume ready.
4 News Now and STCU are proud to continue highlighting volunteers who go above and beyond with their efforts. STCU Volunteers Count is a project that awards groups and individuals who take volunteering to the next level, donating personal time and financial support to local nonprofits. The winning volunteers will be awarded a grant courtesy of STCU to help further their efforts, and then we'll tell their story. If you know of a local volunteer who deserves recognition, nominate them at KXLY.com.
If you're looking for an everyday truck like the Tacoma,
or something a bit bigger, like the Tundra, Colville Toyota has the truck to meet your needs.
both the Tundra and Tacoma are built to last and provide unbeatable performance in their class.
Loaded with the latest tech, with adaptive cruise control and forward collision warning, these trucks are designed to get you safely to your destination.
Come test drive a Tacoma and Tundra today at Colville Toyota, your small town dealership with a big heart.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better and to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
It's the new year, and we're ringing in the savings, like up to $9,000 off or 3.9% APR on a new Sierra 2500 HD Denali. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Do you feel safe in America right now?
Right now, no. As President Trump works on fulfilling his promise to deport millions of immigrants in the country illegally, fears are growing among many of our immigrants and refugees here in Spokane. Latinos End Spokane, a local organization, is pushing for Spokane City Council to pass a resolution reaffirming its commitment to keep Washington Workings Act.
This act protects immigrant and refugee communities by restricting local law enforcement from helping in the enforcement of federal immigration laws. Now, the local organization Thrive International has been vocal about its support for this resolution. Executive Director Mark Finney and says many refugees like Hannah Salenko fled from the Ukrainian war and don't have a home to go back to. Spokane is their new home, and he says they deserve to feel safe.
We need folks in our local communities to know that their city council stands with them and is going to ensure their safety here in our community, in the places where they work, where they live, where they worship, where they go to school. They need to know for sure that this is a safe community.
Latinos in Spokane hopes that the city council will vote on this resolution on February 10th.
If you're noticing a lot of flu going around, the numbers back that up. Washington's Department of Health says flu cases are high. So far, 65 people have died from it statewide, although they say that number is likely underreported. It's 15 more deaths compared this time last year. According to DOH, most of the deaths were either in older people or those with underlying conditions. The CDC says flu activity in Idaho is high as well.
Well, good morning. Your 10-second takeaway, pretty easy. Going to be sunny and cold again today. Cold being, it's going to be average. It's the cold start. Temperatures in the teens. Your winter layers are going to be needed. 36 the high today.
Well, after a decades-long fight, the Environmental Protection Agency added the Upper Columbia River to its Superfund National Priorities list back in December.
And this comes after the people of Northport and the Upper Columbia have been slowly poisoned by a smelter in British Columbia. For decades, the people here have been suffering from abnormally high rates of health issues, including multiple sclerosis, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, and different types of cancer. It became even more concerning when these same health issues started showing up in some of their children.
When my kids started getting Crohn's and MS, it just broke me. It was really hard.
We'll tell you what the EPA's main goal is by adding the Upper Columbia to its Superfund National Priorities list, and what the people of Northport and the Colville tribes hope will come from it in a special report from Derek Dice tomorrow night at 6 o'clock only on 4 News Now.
Well, this morning, a growing battle over one of the world's most famous paintings. The Mona Lisa, painted by Leonardo da Vinci in the early 1500s, is one of the most famous attractions at the Louvre in Paris. But conditions inside the Louvre are deteriorating, and some in Italy say it's time for the Mona Lisa to come home. But French President Emmanuel Macron has a different plan, going before cameras right in front of the Mona Lisa and announcing a massive renovation and a new entrance inside the Louvre. He says the Mona Lisa will have a new special space that'll be quieter and what the Mona Lisa deserves. Well, she's probably a pretty popular sight in there. A lot of people packed into that room. She deserves a space of her own.
She does. It is now 6:42.
Well, this winter's lack of snow may be a bummer for some snow lovers, but it's created an unusual opportunity for a window for construction crews. Allison Martinez is live in Coeur d'Alene.
People living in Coeur d'Alene will have to deal with some construction if your drive takes you through Government Way. We'll tell you what's happening and what you can expect on your commute coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's back, the Big Boat Show. 4 big days. Come on out, shop and compare. There's something for everyone at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Learn more at SpokaneBoatShow.com.
Hospice of North Idaho wants to send you on the trip of your dreams. Enter to win this nearly $5,000 travel voucher to visit London. Flights for 2. Stay at a 5-star hotel.
The winner will be announced Saturday, February 1st at Hospice's premier wine tasting and auction event held at the Coeur d'Alene Resort, featuring acclaimed wines paired with the area's finest culinary delights.
Bid on silent and live auctions. Purchase raffle and wine tasting tickets at hospicewinetaste.org.
YWCA Spokane is writing the next chapter in our celebration of extraordinary women. Women who rise up to make a positive impact on our community. Join us, and together we'll be equal, powerful, and unstoppable.
The people of Northport slowly poisoned over decades by a Canadian smelter. How a new EPA decision should help clean up the Columbia River and make this area safer for future generations. Watch Thursday at 6, only on 4 News Now.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed. and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters, and every path leads to new possibilities. Get $5,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners and lessees get an additional $1,000 cash allowance when you purchase. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Swing into Fred's Appliance for our New Year, New Kitchen Super Sale and discover unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region.
Upgrade your kitchen with the Frigidaire Professional 4-piece package and save up to $3,300.
Experience precision cooking. Keep your dishes sparkling. Sensor cooking technology and the Space Pro shelving system.
It's appliances, only appliances.
At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
Come on out to the Spokane Boat Show. We've got boats of all types and sizes. Heavy metal, smaller fishing boats, open bow, high-performance ski and wakeboard boats, pontoons, kayaks, canoes, and personal watercraft.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
Welcome back. It is now just about 6:46. Winter normally isn't construction season around here in the Inland Northwest, but this year it's a little different.
That's right. Thanks to the mild winter, crews in Coeur d'Alene are starting work on the Government Way corridor a little early. And Allison Martinez is live in Coeur d'Alene this morning to explain what you can expect if you're driving through that area there. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning. Right now I'm on Canfield Avenue and Government Way, and this is the stretch of this area that is being worked on right now. We've got some crews working behind us bright and early this morning, and I'm joined by Todd here with the Streets and Engineering Department with the City of Coeur d'Alene, and help us understand why this project is happening now.
We are starting this project now with the mild weather. We're trying to get a jump on it before tourist season, and so we're just taking advantage of the mild winter.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys are working through a pretty long stretch here of Government Way, taking it one intersection at a time. What can people expect as they're driving through?
They should expect delays. Monday through Friday, the intersections will be open every night when the contractor leaves, and please be patient.
Yes, patience. Pack your patience. Anything else you want drivers to keep in mind as they're moving through?
I would like to just remind the public that this project will be done in 3 phases, so you might not see changes immediately. We will work on a few intersections and then come back and program them. Again, just be patient.
Yes, absolutely. And you said August is kind of the intended date for this all to be finished, potentially, if things go according to plan. And remind us what people can look forward to at that point when things are all said and done.
When the project's done, there'll be new ADA infrastructure, pedestrian ramps, push buttons, and then traffic should be able to flow more efficiently east and west and north and south from Harrison Avenue all the way through Prairie.
Perfect. So it will take some time to get there, but when it's all done, it's going to be nice and smooth and quick. Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
That will be nice, and we'll look back and be grateful that they got a jump start on it.
Exactly. And here's a jump start to your day. It's looking like you got some low clouds hanging out there.
Yeah, a little bit of mist coming off the river. We do have temperatures that are cold. We have a little higher humidity, so the potential for some patchy fog out there. Here is what we're talking about today. We're talking about Friday. I know. Giving you a couple of days advance with a weather alert day as the snow returns. A winter blast really going to hit the mountains. And, of course, we're going to see it in the valleys. That's all going to be Friday morning for the Friday morning commute. How much are we expected to get? Great question. Spirit Lake, over 2 inches. Deer Park, 1 to 3 inches. We're not expecting a lot into the lower elevations, like Spokane, maybe an inch or so, but enough that it's going to disrupt the commute. We want you to be prepared. Temperatures right now are cold. 16 into Cheney, 10 Deer Park, 11 into Hayden. Along that I-90 corridor, temperature is 17 to 19 degrees. Just chilly, below average. We will get 2 average today, which is 36 degrees. Going to be sunny. It's going to be 20 for the overnight low, mostly clear and cold again, just not as cold as it's been. The high pressure that has blocked everything from coming into our area is now finally moving out. We've got 2 lows that are going to make their way in. The first is going to bring the moisture. That's going to bring in that potential for snow, changing over to rain into the afternoon with temperatures warming up to near 40 degrees for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. But the mountains are going to see a lot of snow out of this. A couple of feet into the Cascades, up to a foot into North Idaho. When we look at the timing on this, it's Thursday that we could see some energy coming in Thursday night. That will continue to move out, so seeing that here Thursday night, not out of the question, but really anticipating a Friday morning event where we're going to see some heavier snows and rain snow mixed into areas as that continues to move out Friday. Should be done about 7 o'clock. After that, it's going to be scattered showers. Temperatures in the mid-30s for the high today. Again, about average. Above average Thursday, Friday, Saturday, with that pretty good chance of some messy commute for Friday morning. We're going to have more coming up with your morning sprint in just a couple of minutes.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. Sign up for the 4 News Now Brainstorm at KXLY.com.
The Working Families Tax Credit isn't just for families. Individuals and couples can apply too. See if you or your family are eligible for this tax refund at workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov/eligibility.
Planning a trip to 49 degrees north? Make Mistaqua Casino Hotel your home base for an unforgettable ski, stay, and play experience. Store your gear securely in our convenient ski lockers. And after a day on the slopes, relax in our indoor swimming pool, hot tub, or unwind in one of our comfortable, beautiful new hotel rooms. Mistaqua Casino Hotel is located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Visit Mistaqua.com for more details.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time, so we can get you back up and running fast. Call or book online today.
We have all your SUV options here at Post Falls Volkswagen. Choose the SUV with easy-to-use technology that best meets your needs and budget. There are so many choices, so take as many test drives as you want, and our knowledgeable staff will assist you with all the information you need.
Get the Tiguan with 0% APR or a $2,500 customer bonus. At Post Falls Volkswagen, it's easy to drive home your dream SUV.
Find SUV options at Post Falls Volkswagen. The home is 0000.
General Mustard's Chicken. Ask for it by name. Exclusively at Mustard Seed, Northtown Mall.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
The time right now is 6:53, and it's time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday in the morning sprint.
Mark Peterson is tracking an upcoming weather alert day for us.
Hannah Joy is in studio with details on the Trump administration's order to freeze billions of dollars in federal aid.
And Allison Martinez live in Coeur d'Alene as city crews are getting ready to jumpstart a Government Way corridor street project.
But first, this morning, police are searching for the man they say killed a teenage boy in a drive-by shooting. Take a look at your screen right now. This is 25-year-old Glenn Berkey. Investigators believe he shot and killed a Peppersack Middle School student over the weekend. He is considered armed and dangerous. If you see him or have information about his whereabouts, you're asked to call 911.
We are learning more about a shooting at a home in North Spokane Friday. The Spokane Independent Investigative Response Team says Officer Marvin Cunningham shot 52-year-old John Primero because he was threatening to attack his girlfriend with a hammer. The report says officers rushed into the victim's home once they heard screaming, and that's where they found Primero, the woman, and children. The report says when Primero charged toward the woman and children, one officer fired his gun, hitting the man. Primero now faces multiple charges, including kidnapping and assault.
Let's talk about that weather alert day that we're going to be seeing for Friday. Now, I know today's Wednesday, but we're giving you an advanced look on snow returning to our area. Light in the valleys, heavy in the mountains, and that's going to start Friday morning for that Friday morning commute. We want you to be ready. We'll have more details coming up throughout the morning. 10 currently in Deer Park, 19 into Liberty Lake, and officially we're at 17 degrees. We'll be warming to 36 with sunshine today.
The Spokane County Sheriff's Office is looking for a man who robbed a Walgreens in North Spokane Monday morning. Investigators say the man on your screen here pointed a gun at an employee and demanded drugs. He's believed to be in his 50s or 60s. The man then drove away in this blue pickup truck. If you have any information about this case, call Crime Check. That number on your screen here, it's 519-456-2233.
The City of Spokane has awarded more than $1 million to 3 organizations that help keep families from being evicted. SNAP, Catholic Charities, and Transitions all have programs that give both single people and families money to pay for past due rent. Some of these organizations also help facilitate conversations between a tenant and landlord and come up with a plan to help pay rent in the future. You can find information about how you can apply for one of those programs on KXLY.com.
The City of Spokane says 3 more homeless shelters are now open to help get people off the streets. The city announced the openings yesterday. The sites target specific people, so the only way for homeless individuals to access these city-funded shelters is by heading to the Cannon Street Housing Navigation Center in Browns Addition. From there, they'll be directed to the facility that best fits their situation.
As President Trump works on fulfilling his promise to deport millions of immigrants in the U.S. illegally, fears are growing among many of our immigrants and refugees here in Spokane. Latinos in Spokane, a local organization, is pushing for Spokane City Council to pass a resolution reaffirming its commitment to the Keep Washington Working Act. This act protects immigrant and refugee communities by restricting local law enforcement from helping in the enforcement of federal immigration laws. Latinos in Spokane hopes that City Council will vote on this resolution February 10th.
This morning, many people are concerned about the Trump administration's order to freeze federal funding. This order could affect funding for school lunches, Head Start programs, or Meals on Wheels for seniors. Recently, a federal judge has temporarily blocked Trump's order to pause federal funding. In response, the White House said it needed to make sure programs don't run counter to President Trump's agenda. As of now, 22 states are suing the Trump administration over the funding freeze. For updates on the Trump administration, tune in to Good Morning America.
I'm here at Canfield Avenue and Government Way, and this is the portion of the Government Way corridor that is being worked on this week. This entire stretch will have construction starting now. They're getting a head start because we've had a mild winter overall. And over the next couple of weeks, you can expect maybe some potential no left turns, some slower signals to be out of service. And this is all part of a project to improve pedestrian ramps, better signals, and make travel through this area quicker and smoother. You can find more on this project on our website, KXLY.com.
After a decades-long fight, the Environmental Protection Agency added the Upper Columbia River to its Superfund National Priorities List in December. Now, this comes after the people of Northport and the Upper Columbia have been slowly poisoned by a smelter in British Columbia. We'll tell you what the people of Northport and the Colville tribe hope will come from it in a special report from Derek Dice tomorrow at 6 o'clock only on 4 News Now.
And we'll be back with a final check of weather with Mark. That's coming up right after this commercial break.
4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
At Numerica, we've got money answers for people with batrachophobia. Honestly, same. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
The people of Northport, slowly poisoned over decades by a Canadian smelter. How a new EPA decision should help clean up the Columbia River and make this area safer for future generations. Watch Thursday at 6, only on 4 News Now.
New year, new ride?
Yeah, we've been helping people find theirs since 1983.
Exceeding expectations is what we do here. Come see us at George Gee Kia, Spokane.
Make your ride the new 2025 Kia Sportage LX all-wheel drive, starting at just $299 a month.
Choose George Gee Kia Spokane for your new ride.
Come see us off I-90 in Liberty Lake or shop SpokaneKia.com.
Another one of those days, got a little bit of fog moving in. That's a low cloud deck that's going to move out. We'll see sunshine and 36 for the high today. Expecting winds to be light. Our air quality continues to be in moderate range. It's been there for 2 days. It will continue to be there most likely through tomorrow, but does not appear to be getting any worse. We look at our planning forecast. We're planning on winter weather and, again, a weather alert day for Friday because of the Friday morning commute and the 1 to 2 inches of snow we're expecting in our area. There's going to be more into the mountains, so winter travel over the weekend. Today, though, sunshine at 36.
Take it slow if you're heading out there in that fog.
Definitely.
Thanks for starting your day with us.
Thanks. Hey, we'll see you throughout GMA.